Las Vegas rocks all around the clock. Las Vegas rocks, 'cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks all around the clock, 'cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks.
Las Vegas rocks.
It's the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, the show before the show. Join us for a fast-paced hour of celebrity interviews and entertainment news. And now, here's Ron.
Well, Las Vegas rocks.
Las Vegas rocks. Las Vegas rocks. Las Vegas rocks.
And welcome, everybody, to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. Join me and my co-host, the magnificent one, Mr. Neil Portnoy. Hey, Neil.
Magnificent one. I thought he was number 2. Now I'm 1. I'm moving up just like Alabama, who won today against Georgia.
You have a bet on it?
No, I don't bet.
You don't bet?
Nope.
No, would you watch it?
I don't bet.
Who do you like, Alabama or Georgia?
I liked Alabama.
Okay.
In Alabama.
In Alabama.
Yeah.
Also with us today, we're going to have the ultimate Elvis on the phone, Justin Shandor. I just gave him a message to give us a call anytime soon here. So Justin will be on the phone. We'll talk about that. In studio, Ryan Baker, who's back from what do you want, maternity leave? Where'd you go?
Well, no, that's not for guys. That's paternity.
Oh, excuse me, paternity leave.
A sabbatical.
Not officially, but yeah, I was off from doing gigs for a while. But.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit, okay? Yeah. Also, we have the heir to the throne,
Mr. New Year's Eve.
Mr. New Year's Eve, the master of disaster, the king of sting, Lou Gazzara.
The punishing Puerto Rican. I don't know what else are we going to throw in there? Thank you for having me on. I can't forget my Sicilian side to it.
That's right. That was the intro to I think it was Apollo Creed in the Rocky movie.
We saw what happened to him after all that song and dance.
Lou's got the jacket on, the Rocky jacket, so he's good today.
He does. He's got
dropping. The weather's dropping out there. You got to stay warm.
Okay. We're going to do some shout-outs before we get to the interviews and everybody. Tom Hillery's here, too. Oh, my goodness, Tom.
I am here, yes.
I almost forgot.
How could you forget me, Ron?
Because you're not wearing your scarf.
Oh, you thought I was a different person.
I thought you were a different person. But I'm happy to see another new shirt. That's good.
You got to change it up every once in a while.
That's good, because, the 6 shows with the other shirt was a little...
Even though it is radio, you got to change it up.
Yeah, it is radio. That's true. And we're going to do some shout-outs here. Also in studio with us today. Why don't you walk around over here, Brian? We got Brian Nolfo.
Brian, you got a camera with you, the phone stuff.
Go ahead, walk over here so people can see you on my Facebook. Over there, behind Neil. Brian Nolfo is here from Miami, Florida. He just...
videographer to the stars.
Videographer to the stars. He just flew in without a plane about... what? How many?
Without a plane.
Without a plane.
With the wings, or how to?
Without a plane. He came in a transport.
He came in a Jewish bird, a seagull.
That's right. Says Brian Nolfo. So Brian,
never take that drive ever again in my life.
And you didn't take that drive, right?
Thanks to my son. If he didn't drive with me, I'd probably still.
Anyway, let's say hello to Lou Rosano down there in Florida. Hey, Lou.
Hey, Lou.
Say hey, Lou. Hey, Lou Rosano. It's
Lou.
almost like Lou Gazzara, Lou Rosano, Z's everywhere. There's Z's.
I get everything but Gazzara most of the time.
What do you get?
Graziano, Garza.
Graziano.
And Gonzalez, they throw it all in there.
So Lou Rosano and Brian Nolfo, they're here today. Brian's in the studio, Lou. He's taking pictures. He said you taught him how to do all that. Also, hello to Derek David for a successful show last night at the East Flamingo Library for the Performing Arts.
A take 2, soon to be a take 3.
Take 2 was more successful than take 1, Neil.
Wow. Well, it should be. It's a great show.
It's a great show. It was even better last night, and about 40 more tickets than the last time, with 240 people there. That was a good one.
Did they give you a different podium to do your announcing from? You were the master of ceremonies.
I was the master of ceremonies, not the master of
We're
disaster.
all getting nicknames on this Diaz here today.
The Magnificent Neil.
The Magnificent Master.
The King of Sting.
Yeah.
Luscious Lou.
Luscious Lou. Ryan, we need a name. Let's see. What's your nickname? Rye?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have one.
Bakes. They call him Bakes.
Okay, we have to have the Baker Man. He's
the
Baker
Man.
Well, you said you took
man.
a little sabbatical, a rocket back Ryan or something. He's coming with a charge or something.
Charge back in, yeah. Usually, it's some...
Also, shout-outs to Chris DeMarco. Hey, Chris. Shout-out to Jerry Walker, my buddy up in Reno, who listens religiously week after week after week. Tommy Ronca he moved from Florida. He went to Florida to be with Brian over here. No, they didn't know each other. He went to Naples, Florida. Lasted about
beautiful area.
He was not
West
there
Coast,
long.
right?
He didn't like it. He came back to Maricopa, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix. Tommy Ronca and his beautiful wife Jane, and also to another one of my cousins who's not doing well right now. I want to mention his name, Jackie Geritano. My cousin Jackie was known as Jackie Jr. My father's brother's son, so he's a first cousin. Just like Lou, he's my mother's brother's son.
Is that I'm curious. What's his first cousin removed? Why are they removed? Why not just leave them?
They were sent to Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, right.
So, a lot of those first cousins over there.
Hey, I have to shout out to Dorothy today, my wife. She did a magnificent, there it is, that word again.
Magnificent.
Job with the expansion gala today at Portnoy Gallery. She's incredible.
And hello to Tammy. Hi, honey. She's out there listening. My favorite fan, my only fan in most cases, anyway.
There's a lot of alliteration going on.
My biggest fan, anyway, and my love. And she's listening tonight. But my cousin Jackie Geritano is in hospice, unfortunately. So we wish him well. We send him prayers. And I grew up with him, but I haven't seen anybody back east in 50 years. I haven't really gone back. So I'm going to take a trip soon with Tammy. We're going to take a ride all the way around the country in a couple of years.
I heard about that.
And we're going to be visiting some of the cousins that hopefully will still be alive by the time I get there.
Visit mine too, will you, please? Because I'm
You'll
not
be doing
going back
it in the RV?
I'm going to go in the RV. Well, we're going to
Nice.
get a different one. We'll get a different one, something that's going to last the entire trip.
Like a Cadillac in the front with a...
I wanted one of those Cadillacs with the horns on the front. You know, those Longhorn
That's
Cadillacs? I think I need one of those. It has to be an Eldorado.
Yeah, but those are tough to find a parking space for those. You got to get the elongated parking spot.
You do. You have to. You have to do that.
Like my car, I got the 6 doors,
Yeah. So we're going to take a break right now, and let me sure I got everybody in here. Jim Dallas, our studio producer, he's here. Hello, Jim. Glad to have you here today. So I got everybody covered. All my other cousins in Florida, by the way. Diane, Michelle, Richard. I got to get them all here. Frankie.
Just keep throwing names out. You haven't been back in 50 years. There's new cousins.
And Susie.
I have family in Florida, too. Should I name them?
Go ahead.
We've got Natasha. We've got Natalie. We've got my Aunt Evelyn. They've got the babies over there, Olivia. And,
Any family in Florida, Brian, you want to shout out to? Any ex-wives we can say hello to?
Ex-wife? Yeah, we're still friends. Her name is
Still friends. Okay.
Clarabelle.
What is the name? Clarabelle. Wasn't that a clown?
Actually, I have a good friend, Hector Oliveira. He's 78 years old, originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina. At 5 years old, he played for Evita Perón. We met each other on Crystal Cruises. He's played on every single major cathedral, pipe organ, and everything around the world.
Perón, wasn't he a dictator in one of those South American countries?
But Evita was the wife, I believe.
Oh, okay.
My sister in Melbourne, Florida.
Sister in Melbourne, Florida, for Brian over there. So you're hearing all this, Lou. You got to call up his family, Lou, and tell him he's on Facebook Live right now.
Real quick shout out to Lloyd, Mr. Lloyd, who's a legend in this city, turning 97 years old.
Wow.
And he's always down at Tuscany until recently dancing. The guy loves to dance with 2 or 3 women always by his side. Mr. Lloyd turning 97.
You Portnoyed him, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We presented at Michael Grimm's down at Tuscany, presented him the original drawing, and it was caught on film, and the look in this guy's face, priceless.
Well, we had a great event. We cut the ribbon today. We're going to come back and talk about that.
Yep.
Anybody want to shout out to Ryan Baker?
Well, I don't know. I got. I think my parents. I hadn't sent them the link, but I think they're on now watching in Long Island.
What about your wife and your kids?
Oh well, yes, but they're at home. They're at Grandma's house actually.
Are they?
But are they in Florida?
They're just in Las Vegas.
Everybody else is in
I was starting
Florida.
to get all this out of town action. I went right to that. But I got some cousins in the Tampa area.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody's in Florida right now. I do. You got any relatives in Florida, Tom?
Yeah, believe it or not, I do.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry about that. Martha Jane and her husband Spike.
Okay.
No, I'm not making that up. It's
The
really
husband
Spike.
Spike.
Yeah.
I had a dog named Spike.
That might tell you something about the relationship.
It could be. It could be. Anyway, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break right now. We're going to go out there. Tell us who's coming up. It's Matt Dorman. Tell us about Matt.
A good friend of mine, Matt Dorman, also Dosh Contracting, that did all the renovations at Portnoy Gallery. Matt is the leader of a band called Dorman, all original music. And they've got a big show coming up in February, and Matt will be on the radio show as we move closer to that date. But this is a song Matt wrote about our city, Las Vegas, and it, my opinion, Ron's opinion, and many people's opinion, a great song for this city.
Let's listen to it. It's called Really in Love.
Man, I got tired of waiting. So I got on a plane and here I am again in Vegas. Just couldn't stay away. Knew I was gonna make my home someday in Vegas. I can't help but love this city. Life's so bright inside, so pretty. Things your own imagination couldn't dream of. I can't help but love this town. I quit my job, I'm moving down. There's plenty more where I'm going. Vegas is the town that's growing. Ain't gonna fight this feeling. This time I'm really in love with Vegas. Las Vegas. Ain't gonna fight this feeling. This time I'm really in love with Vegas. Las Vegas. All night long to do things you never done. It's what you're gonna do in Vegas. One penthouse luxury or a penny slot machine is what you're gonna find in Vegas. Tour the dam, see the lake, Mount Charleston and Red Rock's great. Back in the Las Vegas action, you'll be up till morning. You won't wanna go away, so make it an extended stay. Then move here to the town that's winning. Here's the song that you'll be singing. Ain't gonna fight this feeling. This time I'm really in love with Vegas.
This is Lee Habib, and I get asked all the time why we do all of those segments on Our American Stories about people who found the American dream. And we do it because it's true. This country has great stories to tell, and we tell them on this station every night. Because one thing I've learned is this: there's an American story in all of us. Join me for Our American Stories right here.
Heard nightly, Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday, 9 a.m. to noon, only on AM 670.
Alex and Orlando DeCastroverde are third-generation lawyers and lifelong Nevadans. They built DeCastroverde Law Group Personal Injury on their family principles. When you've been injured, they'll fight the insurance companies, seek maximum compensation, and stand by you the entire way, just like family. DeCastroverde Law Group Personal Injury. Our family will fight for yours. Online at dlgteam.com or call 702-222-9999.
There's no other place like Las Vegas to see. No other place like Las Vegas to be. Where beautiful mountains surround the town. Your dreams and fantasies are all around. The lights are so bright, they stand so high in the sky.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. This is Ron Garrett, your host, on AM 670 KMZQ, on the Go Live Vegas app around the world, by the way. With that, Lou, your show is on the Go Live Vegas app.
Yeah, it's been doing pretty well.
Uh-huh. And the Black Tie Vegas.
Black Tie Vegas, that's right.
Absolutely. Now, we had Justin on the phone just a second ago. We're waiting for him to call back in right now. In the meantime, tell us about the show a little bit.
It's been doing really well. You know, last couple episodes actually have been a little off the cuff. I had some scheduling difficulties with a few guests that couldn't make it. We did some filming off location outside of the studio. I've been doing that. I went over to the Italian American Club, where, of course, we have New Year's Eve, and did a little something over there with Joelle, who was great. Her and Chris Jason sold out their last show over there. We had them as recent guests, but it was stepping out of the studio, so I was just by myself, and it felt good to just be able to talk to those people that want to call into the show or write in with their comments. And I know that you get people that call into your show all the time. I think Justin's on the phone right now.
He is. Justin, he's listening to us right now, too, as well. So, and also,
maybe Justin will come on Black Tie Vegas soon.
He should. You're getting a big audience. You got a lot of viewers. A lot of people love the show. And I like the fact that you've got it out of the studio right now, and you're doing things like that where you're getting around.
It's nice. We'd started doing that with the first episode up in Alaska, which was nice. And we've got a couple other cruises, actually, after the beginning of the year to talk about in 2022 already. right around the
We're
corner.
already coming there. Ryan, we'll be with you in just a minute. I've got Justin Shandor on the phone right now.
Definitely.
Let's bring him in. Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Good. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
Hey, buddy.
Sing,
right,
sing
cool.
Suspicious Minds for it. No, I'm only kidding. Justin, so...
That's going to cost you there, man.
I know you have a lot of shows coming up. I know you had one scheduled that's not going to happen, but you have a lot more in front of you, don't you? Aren't you heading back to some of the places that you've been before, like Chinook Winds and the Golden, what is it, Golden Akron Casino in Campo,
Golden
Cali?
Acorn Casino, Chinook Winds. I got Seven Feathers Casino coming up January 7th and 8th for Elvis's birthday.
1/7 on May 28th and 29th. You're at Chinook Winds.
Yes, yes. I'm also doing the Ms. America pageant here in Las
America
Vegas
pageant.
in January. I think January 22nd. But I don't know if that's private or what. But I'm sure the audience, if you guys want to go see Ms. America,
is this
check it out.
Hey, Justin, Neil Portnoy here. We have not met in person. Of course, I know who you are. You're Elvis. I mean, that's all you got to say. The best Elvis in Las Vegas.
The ultimate Elvis.
Well,
so are you doing
I'm
the
not
name?
Elvis. I mean, I don't got his money, but I.
Well,
but I
a
sure
lot of
could
people
sing
don't.
like
But
He
are you
didn't have it either.
Are you doing the Native American tour? It sounded like with all these casinos. Or what's going on?
No, that's just pretty much the route that I've been playing for the past 20 years.
Wow.
You know, hitting up all the. Oh my God, my kids are going crazy in the car.
Your kids there with you?
Well, I know Justin
I'm
will
driving in a
agree.
car with my children and.
Sounds like when we talk to Lou, he's got the kids with him all the time as
How
well.
old are the kids? How old are the kids?
My kids, let's say I got a 9-year-old, I got a 12-year-old, I got a 16-year-old. I'll be 17 here pretty soon.
Wow. They grow up quickly.
17 already? You're not old enough, Justin.
Oh, I'm 37.
All right. That's still... No.
That's how old I am.
You 37?
And I have brand new twins, 11 months old.
I love their names, Serafina and Maximus.
Yeah.
Sarah and Max. What are your kids' names? What are your...
Elijah, Halston, and Landon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're the best Elvis.
The designer stuff, and then the Bible.
You're the best Elvis I've ever seen.
I agree.
Oh, thank you.
I agree.
There's an old friend of mine, Pete Wilcox. He was a very good Elvis, but now
Oh,
He
I
was the
love
TV
Pete. Yeah,
Elvis.
Pete's a friend of mine.
Yeah, he was the TV Elvis. Of course, he's 70-something now, and he's kind of sick a little bit.
And then
I know all about that. Yeah, he was on the Golden Girls. He was on Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Elf.
Wow. And then, of course, Steve Conley,
Steve was great.
who is from my hometown, Worcester, Massachusetts.
What do they have? They have art in the water there, they must, because he's an artist as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah, the Elvis thing here in Las Vegas, it's its own animal. You know, it really is. You know.
Well, I've seen so many of them.
Else in the world, but you would go and expect to at least see one Elvis guy walking around, and that's only in Las Vegas.
Back in at the Sahara days, that's exactly why I had Pete Wilcox there. Everybody comes to Las Vegas looking for an Elvis. They really do.
Right.
So, and even though some people think this is all passé, it's not. Elvis is part of Vegas. People come here looking for a great Elvis like Justin.
Right.
So I put a show in the afternoon, Justin, with Pete, back in 2004, 5, and 6, doing a show 2, 3, and 4 in the afternoon as Elvis, stopping people coming off the monorail before they went out the front door down to the stratosphere. So Elvis stopped the traffic, and we kept filling the room. People want to see Elvis, and you are by far the best one I've ever seen.
But he hasn't been Portnoy. What's going on with that?
And why aren't you in business then? Okay. You should be doing that again with me. Why not, huh?
Yeah, we got to get him Portnoy.
Mm-hmm.
Get him up on a wall of fame at Portnoy Gallery.
And you know, you mentioned about his Native American casino tour. I mean, I will say one thing. I've done Pala Casino right outside San Diego. These casinos, Native American properties, they're ran like the old Vegas. They buy shows. They want to bring people in. They know how to cater to their clientele. It's really beautiful. And to bring in such a headliner like this, they know what they're doing.
Well, that's the thing. You see, you know, you can joke about trying to get a show here in Las Vegas now, but, you know, the way these casinos are ran these days, I mean, the gangsters are gone. The guys who really ran this place the way it was supposed to be ran, with entertainment, you know, great food. You cannot walk into a casino with jeans and flip-flops on.
No, it's changing a lot. That's the days I liked it. We wore tuxes and furs. You know, like Lou's got a fur on tonight. By the way.
Yes.
Well, you know what it is also, Justin. What it is listen, my wife and I have only been in Vegas a little over 5 years. We've learned very quickly that the new mafia in Las Vegas is MGM and Caesars.
Absolutely. Bingo.
That's right. That's New Mafia, MGM, and Caesars.
Yeah, they control the rooms in this city, and that's just the way it is.
And here's how it is, too.
So you want to park here, it's going to cost
do
you,
a
understand?
concert
Well, just times are changing too. I mean, they had that Tony Bennett special on, and that was like
Right.
Radio
Yeah.
City, the last time ever Tony Bennett.
Oh,
Everyone's
great.
like the best band you ever seen, and it's like there are people like T-shirts and stuff. It's just
I've
like,
got a-
how are
I've-
you not wearing like?
Well,
the best
it's the
thing
best
you own
band
to
you've
that?
ever seen. If you looked really closely, a number of those bandmates were Las Vegas people.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we have a cut of that coming up in a little while.
Oh, I
a cut of that show. I picked it out of there. We're going to show it and play it in just a little bit. But right now, I've got something with Ryan. We're going to play this right now. Ryan doing Sinatra.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to play this for you, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Do a break. Thank you, Justin, for being on the phone. We appreciate the call-in. Your next show is at Seven Feathers in Oregon, right?
Seven Feathers in Oregon, and I'm actually working on something at the Italian American Club. So keep in tune, keep in touch on my Facebook page. Folks.
Okay.
Hey,
And,
real
I don't know if you
quickly,
guys know what's going on, but
Justin,
I'm
real-
bringing a country show.
Justin,
to
real
the
quickly,
Italian American Club, and I would like to come back on and talk to you guys a little more about that. Maybe
You bet.
real quickly, you got to make it down to Portnoy Gallery and come down and see the gallery and get you up on that wall.
And bring
Oh,
your
man,
kids,
that
too.
could be.
Their
I'll come
kids
down
are
and hang out with you
wall.
guys.
Thank you so much, Justin, for being on the phone from, where are you? Are you in town or are you in Colorado?
I'm in town right now. No,
Oh, okay.
I'm in Las Vegas. I've never been to Colorado. I don't know
Oh,
where
somebody
that
was
came
in
from.
Colorado. I don't know where I got...
My manager lives in Colorado, but now she's here in Vegas.
That's where I got the message from then about...
I'm a
about
Detroit
that.
boy.
I know, you're from Detroit. Hey, thank you. We got to get rolling here. We appreciate the
Yeah,
call-in. We'll have you back on the show real soon, okay?
I'll talk to you guys real soon.
The ultimate Elvis, everyone, Justin Shandor. Let's go to a break right now with Mr. Ryan Baker doing some Sinatra.
I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Weather-wise, it's such a cuckoo day. You just say that word and I'll beat your bird down the Acapulco Bay. It is perfect for flying honeymoon, they do say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. Angel eyes, that old devil scent, they glow unbearably bright. Need I say that my love's misspent with angel eyes tonight? This man here is gonna lead me down the right path to righteousness and all that other mother jazz in the right tempo. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Okay, grab a pen and a paper because we're going to lay it on you straight up. Everybody wants to know how much a loan from Dollar Loan Center really costs, and it's way less than most people think. Vegas, Reno, Carson City, Pahrump, Laughlin, Fernley. The DLC is everywhere. So check this out. Let's start with a loan of $500 and we'll do the math from there. A $500 loan at Dollar Loan Center costs $2.75 a day in interest. Again, a $500 loan will cost you $2.75 per day in interest. If you need it for a week, $19.25. That's it. No fees to apply, no penalty to pay early, nothing else. Critics want you to think you have to pay back 2, 3, 4 times what you borrow, and it's simply not true. Please do your own research.
Licensed by the Nevada Financial Institutions Division. Annual percentage rate of 199.99%. For additional cost information, call 866-550-4352. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
There's There's no other place like
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rock Radio Show. I'm Ron Garrett, 670 AM, KMZQ. Studio full of wonderful people. Tom, Hillary, Neil Portnoy, Lou Gazzara, and Ryan Baker, and Brian Nolfo right here. Hey, Brian, welcome to the studio. Ryan, that was you. We went to break with you singing a little bit of Sinatra.
Yeah, that was me a few years back at the Chicago Dental Society.
So here's a guy from Franklin Square, New York, out on Long Island. I'm very familiar with it. I'm from Great Neck.
That's right, Great Neck, yeah.
That's where I'm from, yeah. Great Neck, New York, Great Neck, Long Island, whatever you want to call it. It was a rich neighborhood, but we weren't one of them.
I know what you mean. Everyone thinks that, they hear I'm from Long Island. Some people are like, oh, so then you're like, one of the Gatsbys or something. But it's not.
No.
There's the North Shore and the South Shore and the whole middle, and lots of places in between.
And then where I lived was right on the border of Queens.
Right.
I was in Great Neck. Little Neck was the next town over.
Right.
So it was the very end of the rich people.
Well, and it's so close to the city too that it's just like it's a really unique place.
My dad just wanted the address, because we lived in Ozone Park, so we were living in a walk up.
Right.
And then we moved out to Long Island. My dad wanted a better address. He paid, let me just add this, Neil, before I get to you. They bought this house that I grew up in for $13,000 in 1946. That house sold, the same house, I got pictures of it, for $1 million just a few weeks ago.
Did they do any renovations, or it was the original house?
They put in track lighting.
It looked exactly the same. The only thing they did was fix the window. The thing they did was fix the to sneak out of all the time from upstairs. They got that fixed, and a few other things that I broke.
They took the plaque over the window.
What year was this place built?
That was a new car. It was a new car. It was a new home at the time, 1946.
46.
Wow.
And today that house is $1 million. I couldn't believe it.
It's funny, when I met my mother-in-law for the first time, Dorothy's introducing me, her mother-in-law thought I was a Long Island Jew.
You are. Only just a little north of Long Island.
A lot of north.
We'll stick with the Jew part. That's okay.
Well, that was like my grandparents moved there after the war.
Great Neck was very, very Jewish. Totally. Now it's all Iranian. By the way, they're all there now. The Shaws of Long Island. It's called the neighborhood.
But that's when they built all the GI Bill. All the built all those.
And you wonder why the prices went up.
That's why. Hey, Ryan, you also moved here in 2003?
Yes.
Why did you come here? Were you working back east and you decided to make it happen like Brian Nolfo over here?
Truthfully, I had done a couple of parties and, corporate things, but I was more or less like a karaoke singer, the guy doing Frank Sinatra stuff at the karaoke bar, and heard they had, Rat Pack shows and stuff like that out here, and figured I might, be able to get into one.
Well, you got a whole list of shows you've been in. Shades of Sinatra.
Right.
Drinking, singing, swinging.
That's a Rat Pack show.
Rat Pack show with Rick Michaels.
We actually did that one in Chandler, Arizona in August, and I think Justin was scheduled to be there a few weeks later.
Was he?
Yeah, I think
you also did Sandy Hackett's Rat Packet as well.
Sandy Hackett's. Now I'm subbing in at Dick Feeney's at the Tuscany.
Are you right now?
Yeah, I was actually in that wasn't last
night.
It was last night. You're
subbing for Chris Jason right now?
Chris Jason and sometimes Drew Anthony. Last night was Drew.
So you're doing Dean last night?
Yeah.
All right. So you like that? You like doing all that?
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I love the music, of course, but it's like they got a great script and the comedy is fun.
Well, you love jazz.
Yeah, and they got a great band too.
You've done a lot of voiceovers.
Yeah, some radio jingles, right?
Radio jingles, I found all this out today, by the way.
This is publicly known, I guess.
Well, that's how I find it. Certainly it's public. I found it.
The secret's getting out. I
found it. You just see the dirt I found on Lou Gazzara, but I can't even go on the air with that.
I'll stick around for that.
What he did up in Alaska, that's amazing, You got to leave those salmon alone, Lou.
Yeah, but did you buy that hat that you were wearing in the pictures in Alaska, or did you have that as part of your repertoire with the Rocky jacket?
I love that hat.
No, I had that. Yeah,
that's a great hat.
Klondike Harry for nothing.
I love that hat.
I mean, you can wear that hat and not get hit by rain for 3 feet in either direction.
And it's like wax that you put the wax on there. Yeah,
now, you've got a show, Ryan, coming up at the Space.
Yes, a week from tomorrow on the 12th, 2 p.m. Yeah, it's at the Space. This is the show. This is the 6th time I've done it. The first 5 were at the Italian American Club. It's called Big Band Crooners, and we have a live big band, 17-piece band. Some of the best musicians in town, some of the best musicians anywhere. And it's that kind of music. It's Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Michael Bublé, Harry Connick, Bobby Darin, Tony Bennett, those kind of songs. But this time it's all Christmas songs. It's a Christmas show. So, and it's Christmas songs by those kind of guys, Bublé, Connick, Sinatra, but also Andy Williams And I've got a bunch of guests. So, like, Amanda King is doing Ella Fitzgerald. Or, Lisa Smith is in it doing a Frank Sinatra duet with me.
And she was in Shades with you?
That's right. She was in it. Carmine Mandia is going to be. We're doing a couple Frank and Dean, Frank and Bing kind of things. And Ron Smith is also Shades. He's doing The Grinch. So and it was the whole band. So it's like the recordings, the original.
Now I don't want to say it this way, but you kind of disappeared from Vegas for a while.
Well,
we didn't see much of you for a while.
I think
was it the new baby?
Fatherhood.
Well, between that and whatever was going on with all the lockdowns. I mean, as soon as the lockdown started, I actually was started going live on Facebook. It was just sort of a spur of the moment thing because they just knocked out all entertainment overnight. You remember in March of 2020.
We all remember that,
right? So. There's all these people I know who they go to 3-4 things a night to go see live music, and there was nothing. So,
you mean Barbara Brighton?
I mean, my dear friend Barbara Brighton, and a lot of people
to see music, not to looking for a job. It's a different thing.
Well, you can, do it. Number
we
of
love
things,
you, Barbara.
But I mean, so I just wanted to go on, and it was just no production value. I was sitting at my computer, I'm just pulling up tracks. And doing all those kind of songs, taking requests. And
Frankie Shinta does it.
No, he's got and his show. He's really turned it into something.
He has
really.
He's got a sponsor too. That helps.
He's got a sponsor. I've seen that. It's the different cameras and the people run it. It's a really great.
Yeah, but Ryan, you were one of the first.
It was like the next
doing it.
It was like the next day. I just kind of got this inkling that. Just to go do something, it'll be fun. People will like it, and it was kind of like a scary time, and it just felt like it was like good for me too. It was just kind of
but you were the leader. People started to follow what you were doing because you were one of the first people to say, "I'm going to go live," and that PayPal Ryan or whatever people do with
the virtual tip jar.
Correct.
PayPal.me. It's amazing how this stuff. This stuff has like been around for a few years, but it wasn't until that happened that it was like I've been meaning to try it anyway. And it was like, just hit the button, and the light comes on, and then, you're on. You just gotta start yakking and queue up a song and figure it out.
You happy to get back to work like this?
It's been really nice to be on stage. Yeah. That Arizona thing was like the first thing I stepped on a stage in like I don't know a year and a half.
And he stage fright at all. I mean, you've been away from it. Is it like riding a bicycle? Listen, you get right into it. You know what you're doing.
Well, it wasn't so much fright, but it was a matter of like, okay, now how do I do this again? But I mean, for a second, but it was like a couple bars in.
You didn't forget how to sing, now.
No. It's just when you walk on a stage and like, but as soon as I heard the band, and it was just like, but it was really, I don't know. I feel like I was taking it for granted a little bit, or I could have been, and I didn't realize how much I really loved it, appreciated it, till I kind of got back.
So you feel good about what's coming up?
Oh, yeah. Now, even just anything now, like whether it's Tuscany or I'm really excited for this thing next Sunday. Mm-hmm. But it's just, it's a great feeling to be back on stage.
Tell us about your newborn.
She is 8 months old.
A big smile comes across your face.
Her name is Sophie Marie, and she was born in end of March this year. So and that was kind of different with everything going on too. The whole pregnancy and going to the hospital and everything. But everything has been good. She and her mom are doing wonderfully, and she's just she's cuteness overload. We don't know what to do. we can't handle it. I mean, she's doing great, and we're loving it.
Lots of congratulations out to you.
Thank you. It's first one. It's a real game changer.
You can talk to Lou. He's got three of them.
Sure.
Yeah, but only one little girl, and that is Daddy's girl.
Oh.
It really
that really happens.
It really happens. It really does. There's no way around it.
I can already see it just in her eyes. And it's just she looks at you, and it's hard to describe.
So both of you are going to have a nice, Lou and Ryan, a nice family Christmas this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, first
while
one.
Neil dances around the menorah.
He's doing that already.
Is it still Hanukkah, Neil?
Is it the fifth day?
Listen, I Googled it. It's still Hanukkah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it the fifth or sixth day? Or is it?
Damn, Google just came up on my phone. What would you like to know? They're listening to me.
So the gifts are getting better now. This is like
they get better toward that eighth day. Yeah.
Which is the big day? The 8th day.
The 8th day is the big day.
Do you save it the major gift for that day?
I don't know. Today's like the 5th.
That's what
I think it's like the 5th day.
Yeah. You save the major gift for the 8th day. Is there a big gift? Like every Christmas when I was a kid, I got 100 gifts and then one big one.
See, Dorothy can't buy me any gifts. She can't. Because if I see something I like, I just go buy it. She goes, I can't buy you anything. You just buy it.
Or is it because anything she buys you don't like? Is that more like
No.
it's not
Listen,
that.
Now, I heard a myth as a Catholic. See, I don't know all the
Yeah.
Jewish churches. We heard a myth that the JCC of America, that the top 10 donating families, Neil Sedaka does like a Christmas, eighth day Hanukkah tour, and he'll come to the house and sing for you.
Well, only once he's with the Native American tour is done, then he jumps on that one. Yeah.
The Las Vegas Rocks radio show loves all religions and all people.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So
and Neil Sedaka too.
And Neil Sedaka too. Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think
guess so,
right?
How old is he?
I don't know. Probably your age, 90, 91.
Hey, Google.
Anyway, we're gonna take a break, another break right now, and this is a good friend of mine. His name is Bertie Higgins. You might have heard of him, and he is probably a one-hit wonder, but he's got a lot more hits than he gets credit for. And he was appearing at the Sahara. I brought him in to sing this song. This is Bertie Higgins as we go to break doing Key Largo.
Wrapped around each other, trying so hard to stay warm. That first cold winter together, lying in each other's arms, watching those old movies, falling in love so desperately. Honey, I was your hero, and you were my leading lady. We had it all, just like Bogey and the car, starring in our own late show, sailing away to Key Largo. Looking at you, kid, missing all the things we did. We can find it once again, hello, just like they did in Key Largo.
We're tuning in now to a press conference where a spokesperson for New Mail Medical Center is answering questions from the media. Take a listen.
Yeah, many men have tried pills with no success, or they have had bad side effects. What makes Numel any different?
Our treatments can work even when pills have failed. Next question.
What if someone is diabetic, has high blood pressure, or even had prostate surgery?
We've treated tens of thousands of patients just like that, and with great success. Next question.
And for men who don't have ED, can Numel still help them be at their best?
Numel offers low T treatments, peptide therapy, medically managed weight loss, even treatments for hair loss.
Call now at 702-919-0609 or visit online at numale.com. Call New Mail Medical Center at 702-919-0609. That's 702-919-0609. New Mail, the experts in men's sexual health.
There's no other place.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. Ron Garrett, your host, 670 AM, KMZQ, alive at 5. Right here on Facebook Live, the Go Live Vegas app, and 670 AM radio. Mr. Tom Hillery is up right now. And Tom, I understand that you have a good announcement to make.
Yes, we have some great news. The first project of Starlight Productions and ITN Distributions called Seized, and that made it to Netflix. So we get a gentleman in there by the name of Scott Adkins. He's an action star, best known for he was on The Expendables 2 with Stallone and the rest of those guys. Mario Van Peebles plays it, and they're both the stars of the movie, not cameo, but stars of the movie, so very proud of that. You'd love it. It's a classic action story. It's there to entertain. It's not there to like do some other stuff that Hollywood movies do today. It's there to entertain people. So if that's what you like, this is the place to go. Premier Entertainment was the production company.
It's called Seized?
Seized, yeah. It's kind of in the tradition of the movie Taken.
And then what was your role in that movie?
My role, executive producer.
See, that's your job.
Yeah, exactly.
You're also the executive producer of the Las Vegas Rocks radio show on top of that.
I know, I'm getting into a rut over here.
You're getting in a rut. Executive producer is good stuff.
I like it, man.
It's good stuff.
Well, glad to be behind both of these
How's
things.
your patents going? You have the patent for the smoke alarm and the cell phone pocket.
Yeah, smoke alarm system just came through on November 9, absolutely patented. So the thing now I'm looking to do is get a prototype made of it. The concept behind this was you can change the battery out without having to climb a ladder anymore.
Yeah, that's a good one for old folks.
Yeah, well, it's for anybody who wants to climb a ladder at 2 o'clock in the morning. And plus, we have the a warning light that tells you like which smoke alarm is making that noise, not that chirp that comes up every like 60 seconds and you're running around trying. Yeah, don't you hate that stuff?
You don't know where it's coming from, you know.
Yeah. So prototype is going to be easy. I mean, there's no real question about whether or not these parts are all going to work the way they're supposed to. So once I get that, do the video, and then we got to figure out how to get out to the marketplace.
How about your movie Looks Can Kill?
Looks Can Kill. Still waiting for the final material to be sent over to the same ITN distribution. But it's all happening here in Vegas. It's not happening in L.A.
And the movie's in the can, right? You're ready to go with it.
Yeah, the movie's in the can. I've seen the whole thing signed off on, approved on it. They just have to get whatever the deliverables is that the distributor needs. So, an exciting couple of weeks.
Sounds good, Tom.
Yep.
Thanks. We'll come back to you in just a little while. Back to Mr. Lou. Lou, you're in a great show right now.
Absolutely.
Give us a rundown of the show, and also you have some tickets that you'd like to...
Yeah, the show, first off, is called This Is Christmas. It's the same title of my Christmas album, which is now a decade old, celebrating its 10-year anniversary. This is Christmas. It's an all-star cast, a lot of Idol-ettes and Idol alumni, Ace Young and Diana DeGarmo, who are a married couple, Jasmine Trias, and who was on with Diana DeGarmo.
Those are all American Idol alumni.
Yeah, and Ben Stone, who was a Britain's Got Talent finalist. We have our own Randall Keith from right here in Vegas, who's he's famous for his Jean Valjean and Bring Him Home. We have Laura Suzanne Wright and Jacqueline McSpadden, also here from town. Yeah, and they're amazing talent. And of course, Sarah Leclerc and Alejandro Domingo are our dancers, led by the direction of Blair Farrington, who I've worked with before. He's an amazing director and an amazing person as well. And Pat Caddick, who has been more musical director, I know, in a lot of things, but people don't realize what you do behind the scenes at times, and he's been a name of producers on a bunch of different things, and amazing with this production as well.
It's a big hit show. How do you get tickets for it? You have something to tell us?
Absolutely. I mean, if they want to call in to your show this show here, we can give away 10 pairs of tickets to the call-ins. If the people would like to call in, make sure we get the phone lines ringing for the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, so that people want to come and get tickets for This Is Christmas, which is Thursday through Sunday, all the way from the day after Christmas, which is December 26th. Usually 7 p.m. shows. A few of those days, though, we'll have a matinee showing at 3 p.m. It's family-friendly, ages 3 and up, and everybody's can see it. There's Santa Claus. There's all the good stuff. It's amazing vocalists.
Is there any paper tickets, or do they have to get tickets on the phone with QR codes?
I don't know how the tickets work now, but usually everything's still Ticketmaster. It's the only Christmas show that is on the Las Vegas Strip, and I guess they're still using the tickets. PalazzoLasVegas.com or VenetianLasVegas.com. They can get tickets through there. But, I mean, in order to get discount or free tickets, all they have to do is call into the Las Vegas radio show.
And then what happens if they call in?
We give them free tickets. We'll take their names down, and we'll make sure that we get their information over so they get a voucher. And they'll be at a will call list like comps.
How many tickets do you have available?
10 pairs. 20 tickets.
I don't see a lot of phone calls right now because people aren't used to calling into this show.
You're not used to calling. What we can do is leave it with you and run a campaign.
Can we leave it with Neil to be able to do it over at the gallery?
Absolutely. I will have it at Portnoy Gallery, 1537 West Oakey Boulevard, on the corner of Oakey and Western. We're there Monday through Saturday from 10 till 3. Stop in, get the tickets. Lou, that's tremendous.
Lou, is that going to be awesome? Is that all right?
That sounds great.
He'll have 10 tickets at the gallery that he can give to people.
Well, what we'll do is we'll get their names, and then we'll make sure that for the dates that they pick, we'll set it all up.
So tomorrow, call the gallery at 702-685-2929. And Neil and Dorothy will be able to put that together for you.
We'd be honored.
That'd be a great show. It's a
thank
great
you.
show. A lot of things going on then at
Absolutely.
Portnoy right now. What happened today? We had a great ribbon cutting, didn't you?
Yeah, J.J. Snyder from the Morning Blend, Channel 13, did the ribbon cutting. Excuse me. We had about 80 people or so at the gallery. We had a raffle, some tremendous prizes. Dorothy and I are so blessed that we've been accepted in this community. We give back a lot.
By who?
By people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
Just wondering.
Dogs. We had Deacon Bark from the Tyler Robinson Foundation.
You've done a great job coming to town. You support all like this radio show does. That's why one of the reasons I wanted you to come on and be my co-host is because we support all the local entertainers. And you're even going to start doing some shows there.
We're going to start first of the year, first Tuesday of the month. We're going to have Portnoy's Unplugged, where we're going to have no tracks. We're going to have the performers come in, excuse me, and they're going to perform. And there'll be a small admission at the door so that we can pay the entertainer for a gig.
You bet.
That's, listen, we don't want the entertainers to come in and play so people come down to the gallery. We want them to come and sing and play so they can earn money.
So it'll be like somebody sitting on a stool, playing a guitar, singing into a microphone.
Bring keys down, something like that.
How cool is that?
Old Vegas.
It's old Vegas, and that's what we like.
Love it.
Lou, you're going to do New Year's Eve also at the Italian American Club.
Absolutely, and I am sorry. I'm going to see what I can do, but the ballroom is sold out. Apparently, it's been sold out for a month, which is great
wrong
news.
with that.
No, it's welcome news, especially after the
about
past
time
year.
You sold out that room, by the way.
Well, I think it's about time that people feel welcome to come out. Yeah, who's talking about
you've done big business there, but not like this. No chairs left. I'm a big shot. No, I'm not, but,
You've been invited to speak there. You're a member, a lifetime member?
Lifetime member, but I couldn't even get a ticket.
Well, they have seats available in the restaurant portion of the
I got one right next to
club
Dennis
still.
Bono and Lorraine Hunt. I'm right there. Hunt Bono.
I don't know if he's going to be out on New Year's Eve.
I don't think so. He's got his own shows to do, but he loves that place like everybody else.
Absolutely. I forgot. I talked about giving back in the community. I know that 9 a.m. this morning, or Tuesday morning, we're going to be down there for the toy drive, where they're giving, I believe it's downtown, but we're going to be doing that with the cast, a couple of the cast members from This Is Christmas to give back to that. And for any of the military or first responders listening, especially up at Nellis Air Force Base, they should have been made aware, but if they hadn't been, apparently we have over 1,000 tickets that were given away for Nellis Air Force Base. Their, I guess, officials or supervisors or whoever is in charge should have that information. It's gone out to all the families up there for them to come to for free to come and see the show and bring their kids and everything else for those that are stationed up there, of course, protecting our freedoms. And
there are so many charities in this city, especially during the holidays. A real quick shout out also, Chet Buchanan, a friend of the station, a friend of a lot of people in Vegas, does the bike drive over at the electrical company on Sahara, NV Energy, and he's there for 8 days, living there 24/7 on top of a tower in a tent.
Today is day 2 of the drive. Otherwise, he would have been over at the gallery.
He would have been there today, but you know what? Support.
Yeah, I see the update here. Apparently, our producers at PC Entertainment, we've given 200 tickets for Chet and over there. So get over there and support him. Bring toys over there for the kids that need it, and you get a chance to win tickets to the show that way as well. I mean, giving is what this time of year is about.
Give up that Starbucks coffee for a couple days and go and give to the kids.
So, Ryan, you brought up earlier that we talked about Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett on his last show.
That's right.
Did you see it, the whole thing?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
It was great, wasn't it?
It was moving.
Yeah. So he was amazing in that show.
I mean, I got to see him 2 years ago when he was here. It might have been the last time he was here.
I did as well. Yep.
And I mean, just it's he was 93 then, and you know that he's gotten older, but at the same time he's hitting notes and doing things that he's never done on the recordings, never done since, and it's like he's better every time.
I got a little cut of that show that I was able to lift off the internet. Maybe illegally, I don't know. But here's, and we'll go to a break right after this, too, because we're getting to that point, right, Jim? Yep. So here's Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett, and Anything Goes.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows, anything goes.
Good authors too once knew better words, now only used for letter words. Writing prose, anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today,
and day's nights today, and black's white today, and most guys today, the women prize today, or just energy galore.
Though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Woo! Anything goes!
Anything goes. You ready to go? Go!
The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today,
and it's nights today,
and black's white today,
and most guys today, and women prize today,
just silly gigolos.
And though we're not such great romancers, we know that you're bound to answer when I propose.
Anything goes.
It's true.
Anything goes. Anything goes.
D.C. politicians are proposing new tax increases on American industries. Just as we begin to recover from the pandemic, politicians want to experiment with risky new taxes, weakening the U.S. economy, making us less competitive when we can least afford it. America's recovery counts on all of us. We can't afford more taxes. Tell Catherine Cortez Masto, don't overtax American industry. Get the facts at coalitionforamericanjobs.org. Paid for by the Coalition for American Jobs.
At Lerner & Rowe, we know that car wrecks don't take the weekends off, and neither do we. If you've been hurt in a car wreck over the weekend, you don't have to wait until Monday to get the help you need. We have people standing by right now, ready to take your call, ready to give you free advice, ready to help you get the medical attention you need. You don't have to wait until Monday to call an attorney. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe. We are the 24/7 injury attorneys, and we're available to get the help you need right now.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Randy Westbrook, managing attorney.
And we're back once again on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show right here on AM 670 KMZQ, Facebook Live on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show page, also on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show group page, and also on my own page. So we're all over the place with this show.
And Go Live Vegas app.
And Go Live Vegas, which brings us all over the world.
Correct.
It's a great thing. You got this show coming up a week from Sunday, is it?
Yeah, I also should mention, speaking of which, that
we're talking to Ryan right now.
Yeah, it's that's the big band Christmas show we're doing at the Space Sunday the 12th at 2 p.m. It's also a part of the reason it's 2 p.m. is because besides the in-person crowd at the Space, they're live streaming this all over the world. They got a great operation where they do like a 5-camera edit and stream that out live to anyone with a device.
Mark Chinook does a great job over there.
Yeah, they got quite an operation.
He's also involved in the community very much.
Very much giving back, with all his Monday's Dark.
I just did the last Monday's Dark.
This show makes me feel so generous. We're giving away everything today. You know, well, it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
Everybody says that. What does that mean? It's that time of the year, right? What does that mean?
Well, yeah, I'm looking into doing something like that too, because they have actually on the live stream platform a way for people to send in, tips or just appreciation, whatever. And kind of like I did with the Facebook Lives, I want to just take a percentage of that, like 25% of that, and put that towards a charitable organization.
How do you see your future? What are you planning to go forward with after the Space and many other things you've got lined up? But how do you see yourself in 3-4 years from right now?
Well, I think it's really I've really gotten to love doing these big band shows, and I mean it's kind of been a thread through everything I've been doing, and it's I think it's something I didn't always necessarily think was feasible, and it's still tricky, the economics and the just the logistics of putting something like this together, and especially marketing it today when there's so much media and so much different things people like, but there's really nothing like standing in front of that many musicians and it's just like surfing a wave, and that's
Lou knows that, right, Lou?
Absolutely.
You like the big band stuff.
Yeah, we've got a big band. Well, not a big band like this particular arrangement, but we've got some live musicians over at the show now. But
really
plenty of times.
So we have one of your songs queued up here. Tell us about it.
This was actually recorded during the pandemic. This was done for last year, or I should say, coming out of last year, right before the season, for a buddy of mine, Joey Pirro, a good friend of his that he worked with up in Broadway. He was a trumpeter here, lead trumpet for Jersey Boys and among other stuff in New York. And his buddy longtime friend was dying with brain cancer. And it was his lifelong wish to hear him play O Holy Night on the trumpet. And he wanted to do it with a vocalist. And he called me up. Of course, I immediately said yes, to make a Christmas wish come true. And this was the recording, which he got to listen to just 3 days before he passed.
Wow. Let's listen to it. Hey, Lou, did that hurt?
it hurt me.
I got news for you.
Only in the beginning.
I got to go outside, put on my jock strap, man. Wow, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Again, how do you hit those notes?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
Just use what you got before what you got is gone, right?
Yeah,
I guess that's the old saying.
You have
very thankful for it.
You have a nice jacket on. It's got a fur collar. I think PETA is out waiting for you in the parking lot.
I think this is grandfathered in. I bought this back in 2001 in Atlantic City.
It's faux fur. Come on.
It must be, I think.
Even though it's sweating, it's faux fur.
It bit me on the way in, is what happened.
That's right. One more time on next week. Brian?
Big Band Crooner's Christmas at the Space here in Vegas, December 12th, 2 p.m.
How do they get tickets?
They can go to thespacelv.com, that's the venue, or find me on Facebook on my page, or my website, ryanbakersings.com, and they got the link there for the in-person tickets here in Vegas or live stream anywhere in the world.
Thank you, Ryan, for being on the show today. Lou, your show?
This is Christmas over at the Palazzo Theater at the Venetian, Thursdays through Sundays, VenetianLasVegas.com. But if they want, head over to Neil's Gallery, and we will give away tickets on behalf of the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. The first 10 pairs are free, and also give away tickets at the toy drive for Chet over there. If you'd like to bring a toy for the children, and you're entered in for a chance to win one of the 200 tickets they have over there.
Thank you, Lou. Neil?
I'm just recovering from today's expansion event at the gallery.
You're tired. Are you tired?
I'm tired, yeah.
Yeah, me too. You going out tonight? No.
No, I'm staying in tonight, and hopefully Dorothy's got dinner on the table.
Good. Tom?
It's the giving season. You can give presents. Don't forget, you can also give time. You can also give love.
That's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. We're here every single week to promote local entertainers and the venues they work in. Certainly the spaghetti circuit is worth a mention, all the Italian restaurants that keeps us all working in so many ways. It's a great, wonderful town we live in. We're looking forward to the future of Las Vegas and keeping the Vegas vibe alive. A tip of the hat, always, to Las Vegas Entertainment Ambassador, Mr. Tony Sacca. As he takes us home right now, Tony, Las Vegas still rocks. I'm sure you're going to make it and keep it that way. Good night, everyone.
Hold my hand as we walk under the lights
Vegas nights, I'll always remember the love that we shared. Vegas nights, Vegas nights.